Hello and welcome back. We are here for the second map of the lower bracket semi-final. Now, we've just come off of what I think we could describe as a little bit of a stomp there. Do you want to give us a little bit of a rundown?
There's not much to run down, honestly. Like you said, it was a little bit of a stomp. It was a big bit of a stomp. It was an 11-1 half, and then followed in by a couple of forced rounds that did go in the favour of Granny Knocker. So, like I said, there was a little bit of a bout to that bite on the defensive half, but in the end, it was like a 13-4. 13-4, 13-5. Either way, it was not a good match for them. But we're going into the next map. So if we can get the vetoes up quickly, we can see where it is and just explain how we got to this situation. We
can indeed. Now, of course, Lotus, I know you were very sad about this one. Banned immediately by Bleak.
Yeah.
You know, the team you're repping.
Well, I mean, Lotus and Bleak, or the core of Bleak Focus, don't have necessarily the best track record in best of threes. I think majority of the best of threes where they had Lotus as that decider map that they lost in a reverse sweep fashion, normally in the Polaris games. So getting it out of the board, even though it is not necessarily the team of Granny Knockers that they don't want to play against, but them themselves. And when we're going into this, we saw Haven, it was a 13-4 in favour of them, so they did pick it. But now we're going on to Granny Knockers pick. So hopefully there's a little bit more firepower possibly coming in from Granny Knockers there onto the Ascent, which is their pick. But Bind is a decider, and I have decided we're not going to see Bind.
You don't? Well, not that we're not going to see Bind. I don't think we are going to see Bind.
No.
It will be. It means that the other teams will get a bit of an early night as well. But we will be heading into Agent Select very shortly. What do you want to see? What can we expect to see?
Honestly, in Ascent, with Granny Knockers, I'm expecting to see counter back onto that Killjoy. You said it was a very strong map for her. Yes, Haven Ascent are one of her best maps, but also possibly a Jet from the side of both of the teams. Stack back on that for the side of Granny Knockers, and also Bleak, possibly Jamie back onto it. I am interested to see if they're going to run more of a troll comp or if they are going to be sticking to sort of defaults. We've seen Lime on that Sobo, an ever-present agent for him, and then Jam and Jamie going for these jets, seeing maybe it's a bit of a jet clash.
Jet roulette.
Jet roulette.
The question is, what happens when one of them doesn't get jet? That's going to be interesting.
I wouldn't even put either of these people as jet players. Jam, I'd say, is a sentinel, and Jamie is a smokes. So that's the general roles. And Lewis is normally the flasher of his team, who's going to be going on to the Killjoy.
So again. So we will definitely have two duelists again. Waddle back on the Phoenix. You know, definitely going for another team flash. I
hope so.
Team flash speedrun is the aim of the game.
Specifically Lewis, though. Specifically
just Lewis.
Yes.
Just Lewis. Okay. We've got to keep an eye out for that one.
If your team flashes anyone else, it's okay. It can get brushed off. But if your team flashes Lewis, then there's the problem. But Jamie's going to have locked in that jet. Jam, unfortunately, losing out on that and is designated back onto the smokes role. So he's going to be playing Omen.
Do you think they rock, paper, scissors? Did rock, paper, scissors for that one?
Can we do rock, paper, scissors?
We can do rock, paper, scissors.
Choose your agent.
Are we going on shoot?
Yeah, of course. What?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay,
I win. I don't know what I win, but I win.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. You can win. You can win my pin, actually. We'll talk about it after the game. But let's get into the game, into Ascend. It is the second map of this series and possibly last. So it is series point for Bleak in this lower bracket finals.
Yes, and whoever wins this match is not in for an easy ride tomorrow in the finals, where they will be up against Yari, who, based on what's happened, the current favourites to win, of course, winning the upper bracket going into this. So either way, this is a speed bump on the road to the finals.
Yeah, I think it's a speed bump that we didn't expect. Or
it is
especially not. Bleak didn't expect to see themselves on this path. I know some of them wanted to go to the cinema, and they've had to cancel their cinema plans since they are here playing the lower bracket finals. If they did win in that upper bracket earlier in a 2-1 or a 2-0 fashion, that they could have gone and seen Oppenheimer in
I was going to ask, is it Barbie or Oppenheimer? Like, where are we going with this one?
I was going to try and convince them to go see Barbie, because I really want to go see it. And I know one of them have already watched Oppenheimer, so they didn't necessarily want to go watch it again. But there was a horror one as well that they mentioned. I'm not too sure what it was called.
Either way, they are here playing Valorant, and we are not watching Barbie or Oppenheimer. We are watching this game instead. Now,
I mean, if we're in a Barbie world, then technically they're playing Valorant.
In a Barbie world, this would be Granny Knockers versus Yari.
True. In a perfect world for the side of Bleak, they would not be here. But it is an imperfect world where they're having to play through the lower bracket in the lower bracket finals. Yes, they're up on that map point, like we said previously, so they're only one map away, one ascent game away from securing their place in the grand finals. Best of 5 tomorrow, so they won't have a map veto advantage going in, but they will be having a place.
They will indeed. And they have already taken the first kill. Good omen for what is to come. So they're going to get one back counter as well. A little bit of Killjoy on Killjoy death there. But Gogs pushing up really far there. Focus, Waddle going to be taking down Gogs to keep it competitive. But very clean kill there. The Ghost doing absolutely massive work. And they will have the man advantage. Spike will go down, and both are now heaven. This Molotov going to block them off, but counter already ahead of it. The jump up there, surprise, and then an ace for Waddle. Round 1.
I think Waddle wanted to go see Barbie maybe earlier. And he's
I think maybe there's still a showing. I think there's maybe a showing, and he's like, don't worry guys, I got this. Yeah, we're going to be out of here
so
by
it's
the
10
time you
to
know.
11 now. Maybe the showing's at 11:30 or something. And
maybe, and they're speedrunning, yeah.
He's speedrunning. He's taking this personally, and look at that. We have 5 kills and that ult will pick up, so he has his ultimate already. And with that Vandal investment, because yes, he's gotten 5 kills, he did not die.
He deserves it.
There's so much money in that little bank for him that he's able to buy up into this Vandal. Hopefully to see the ult here, maybe if it's needed. But yeah, there you go.
Absolutely. Right off the bat there, will run directly into counter and take them down in the process. Taken so much space here as well. They have the B site already.
Yeah, and being able to ult with that Vandal is you technically have 2 Vandals without having to risk it back up. Yeah, so you're not risking dropping it mid-site and someone having to go retrieve it. It gets basically handed back into your hands, but Waddle's going to be able to take that first pick now onto the flankers.
Absolutely. Gogs to get one as well, but they know both are now here. The jump across will be heard. Waddle having to reload a little bit, switching to the pistol on a 4K. He just doesn't want to let his teammates get anything here. I think he's probably a little bit annoyed he didn't get the second ace back-to-back now.
I think so. I can't believe he was Lewis. Maybe that's why he team flashed him earlier. He knew what was going to happen.
It was preemptive revenge.
Yeah, preemptive revenge. Or is it Lewis taking revenge for the team flash? I mean, I think the revenge is enough that they are in the lower bracket, but...
That's punishment for the whole team, though. This feels like, you know, beef between 2 people, and you know, Jamie, Lime, and Jam they're just getting involved. They've just been dragged through the ringer as a subsequent.
I did call Jam ego earlier. They both look the same from like behind and from the side when they were on the PC. So I went over when I was like going to say hi, and I was like, wait, I didn't know ego is here. But no, it was Jam. They're basically like twins. But let's see if he can put up some of the similar figures we've seen ego do on the Jet on this Omen.
Absolutely. Waddle pushed up so far, has ulted right in the middle. This could be catastrophic as well. They haven't cleared counter out yet. The molly's good, but still. Oh no, there we go. Immediately spotted out, and that, everyone, is why you clear your hell. Jay jumping up over the top here. They've come around the back, trying to pincer them, but of course they've lost all support from other angles. Gogs going to push up here. A little bit of damage done through the box, and it's just Jay. Gets 2 as well, but taken down there by Jamie. That is a 3rd round in a row for Bleak.
Well, at least we know it's not a fluke from Bleak winning those 2 rounds. It's not down to Waddle. In that round, since he was only able to get 1 kill, and well, he was kind of left to die.
Like, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication possibly, where the hell was cleared, and just ulting out in the open, realistically giving counter a free pick there. But luckily for Bleak, it does not result in a round win.
Now, going into this, Granny Knockers, what do you think they were saying over the break? It's a brilliant team name. I love it. Now, what do you think they were saying over the break? Because it is definitely an intimidating opponent to be going up against.
Yeah.
Do you think it was more of a morale thing, like, guys, this is going to be hell, but we got to go into it with enthusiasm? Or is this going to be like, let's talk strats? What do you think? Maybe a little bit of both?
It really depends on how the aura is of the team down in the LAN hall. Because I saw them when they were playing against the control team. So we see people like Pabloski and Aki on that team. And they were very loud. They were a very vocal team. But also they had a lot to be vocal about since the games are very close. They were cheering on every round win that they got. I think it ended up in a 15-13 overtime game in favour of Granny Knockers. But a game like that, it goes back and forth. So being able to have that sort of energy behind them is good. but there's nothing to cheer for yet.
No, and
There's
it's
nothing to fire them up other than their own personal hype. There's no backing to it, really.
true. The other thing coming into this as well is it's a marathon, not a sprint. This is not their first game of the day. So everyone, I can imagine, a little bit tired by now as well.
Yeah, and Bleak are definitely coming off a little bit of a longer break and wanting to get this done since they did come through the upper bracket. They had to wait for the semis to be done, but it does not matter. Spike is taking things into his own hand. A lovely shot from the Sheriff onto Jam's face. The Spike is down, but in a retrievable spot.
Absolutely, and that is an ult orb picked up there as well for Phoenix. Jamie getting a little bit of a scout there, deciding to dash back out, not willing to lose their life for this information. Crab with the stinger, however. We've seen this guy doing absolute wonders with this gun. Now, little bit of chip damage done there onto Jamie. Counter hiding in the smoke, peeks through, absolutely massive kill there. Second one as well. What crazy headshots there.
1, 2, 3, and that is 3 kills for him in that round, I believe it was. And Counter's been one of the staple names over this roster. We were talking about the glimmer of any sort of hope, realistically, for them when they were on Haven. And, well, he's bringing it into this game as well. They won that eco round there against the full buy of Bleak, and that's the first round on the board for them.
Getting it early on as well. Nice little morale boost as well from what happened. A little bit of a steamrolling towards the end there, not being able to find as much. A little bit towards the end of the game, but, you know, first half, definitely painful. We can see the Odin coming back out already, you know, on the Sova. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, it's definitely good for the position they played here. So off the Killjoy turret ping, so when everyone peeks with that turret there, he can just spam through, or you can put that recon dart out and spam through and get those kills. But it's not netting him anything. It's Jam that's going to be opening up this with a kill onto the opposition jet. And some mid-round extravaganza, but the push from A, they're going to have to be wary of this. And it is Jam that's going to be getting 1-for-1 though.
Almost got 2 there. They almost lined up for him, but mid shenanigans, as we talked about there, decided to rotate. Waddle killing Counter over towards the site, and they know that something's up. Ooh, back turn. Little bit messy there, almost missed, but the Odin just peeking out, shoulder visible as well. Jamie also wanting to get home early, it would seem, and now 1v3.
Realistically, he's not going to be going for this. Probably going to pick up the Odin to save that, since it is a very expensive gun. I think it's 3.2.
3.2 sounds about right.
Yeah, 3.2 thousand creds, and it's going to be an investment that Grinding Knockers are likely not going to be able to afford without this save again in the half.
I'd agree there.
Possibly. From the way Bleak have been playing, they've been, even when they are winning these rounds, they're making sure to keep a lot of their players surviving. And when Grinding Knockers win, it's kind of the opposite story.
It is very much so, and it's all important getting those rounds on the board, but you got to think about the long game as well. It's like taking down your boy Lewis there, trying to keep it a little bit competitive, knows that there's no chance in hell that they get this. Not even able to go for the Odin, a little bit too scared there, I think, to try push round and find it, but just happy to get out with their life.
Yeah, and well, maybe get into this, and it
Ooh,
just about able to save that
Pixels.
Vandal in pixels and milliseconds as well, since it looked like the crosshair was going to be straight onto the dome over that remaining player. But another round on the board now for Bleak. 11-2, Waddle, 1 away from this ultimate, the run it back. Hopefully they will pick up the spike from spawn.
They don't need it. Think about
No.
it. Think about it. The spike is only a secondary, you know, objective.
I think it's the main way to win, but
That's what they want you to think.
it's a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy. You see, your boy Lewis demonstrating that wallbang headshots are the way to go.
He does get killed back, but
Does get killed back.
yeah. So maybe it's not the only way to win, but Gogs is going to be taking down Waddles. Yeah, of course. A lovely peek as well coming in from the opposition of Grinding Knockers, making sure that is going traded. So it's nice to see the trades actually coming through. The Owl Drone coming in into Heaven, so it's going to force Jamie back onto site. The lockdown invested as well, so it's either going to have to be a very fast retake to make sure this lockdown is going to be able to use into full force.
It's not looking likely, however. Spike is getting particularly close. Nobody detained. Gogs waiting for the peek from this smoke. Granny Knockers just gonna stick it though. Not really much that Lime can do here. Too many people left, right, and center. Oh! Gets 3 at the end there. Gets the 4th as well. As you said, you know, the rounds that they are picking up, they are not picking up convincingly. As evidenced by the fact that, you know, Spike was defused and then the 4 kills came out just afterwards.
And when I said about players surviving, the survivability of Granny Knockers is not it.
It's
Look at their
not
economy.
great.
Look at their economy, right? You have players that are barely able to afford utility and half shields. And
On the back of a win, no less, which is not what you want to be seeing.
No, and that also resets the loss bonus, so they're going to be gaining less and less for the next round in, and it's Waddle that's going to be opening up again. Counter, yes, is a name that you want to be seeing in the kill feed, but not the one in the first death.
Absolutely not. But Bleak have been absolutely incredible about getting these opening picks as well. The information is there. They don't quite clear the corner. They do a little bit, but they actually are caught up on the lockdown there. A little bit surprised by that. 2 players detained. This is absolutely huge here for Bleak. Gog still backside here. Has been spotted, however. The spam is good. A little bit worried. Here's the drop down. The blind, perfectly timed there. Spike dropped on site. It is a 1v1 now. Gogs jumping around. Lime, however, 1 step ahead of the game.
Yeah, I think he was assuming that line was a little bit further away coming into lane, possibly for that retake there. The information and the sound cue from Gogs' shrouded step is going to be very clear, and Lime is able to swing out very confidently into that corner. And now it looks like it's their economy that's a little bit in tatters. You have a Bulldog coming in for your boy Lewis.
It's very messy for both. They've both sort of screwed each other up a little bit here with the back and forth. You know, back, forth, back, forth. That's 4 rounds in a row alternating. Somebody really needs to start putting something together.
Yeah, I want to see sort of a string of rounds coming in through Bleak now, just to reset that economy on the side of Granny Knockers as well, since they're on a little bit more of a half by now. And, well, Bleak need this round, realistically, and to string a little bit more together to make it a little bit more competitive in regards to the scoreline, and Waddle is definitely doing that. He said, you know, if we get a 4K or an ace, we can win the round, right? Like you said, it's one of the secondary objectives, just to kill everyone, but Gogs is going to have his own chance with Jamie.
The Stinger there versus the Vandal, that's a painful one. Waddle, 3 kills and there's 2 left in the round. He's going for another one. Your boy Lewis, however, gonna be the one to stop that ace happening. Counter, no! Misses the shot, messes that up. Couple of whiff shot, and it is Stike to take him down. Ace still very much on the cards here. Lime, however, just wants this to end, really. Recon not gonna come out. Gonna spot 1 there from Stike. Gets the second as well. To 1v1 now. Spike is down. And he wants to take the fight to him. And will indeed. That is a 6th round on the board. Hopefully, something gonna come of this now. That's 2 rounds in a row. Finally.
Finally, yes, but Granny Knockers are going to be able to buy up into this round still. But like I said, Waddle, if you can get a 4K, realistically, they're going to win the round. We have seen 3 rounds now of just absolute superb performances from Waddle. Lovely, well...
16 and 8. He's double the next teammate. Double it and give it to your next teammate.
Yeah, double it, well, half it and give it to your next, basically.
Teammate, yeah.
Yeah, Waddle's like, you know, I'll half my kills, I'll give it to you, I want the kills for myself. Which realistically he has been doing absolutely well, and that's fine to get your kills onto your Phoenix. Like you said, the run it back has been so impactful already. He's had 2 so far, going for a 3rd possibly in this round out onto site.
Now, we will see the Sova ult exchange here as well, both being drawn out. A little bit of damage done here. Gogs dancing around the laser beams. Jamie, however, backed up into a corner. We will hear the KO revive coming through as well. Extra person on the team.
Get out of my way.
Lime going to be taken down, and that is the man advantage once again for Granny Knockers.
Yeah, and the Waddle, his ult coming through, cleaning out space onto site, and the drop down is going to be huge by Jamie, and it's the right click that comes in, but Gogs is picking up 3 for himself in the round. Jamie shutting it down, not making it a 4th.
Jamie has to do it all here. Spike not down. Spike very far away as well.
See it.
Counter's seen it. Knows where they have to be. Knows that they just can hold this. Not much they have to do.
And the information of where Jamie was when he killed his opposition jet is that he is deep into sight. So Counter can easily hold this angle, knowing that they're not going to come from main or short. It's going to be tree or on site. The crosshair positioning is perfect, but the spray is not there. Jamie with a shoulder peek and into the crosshair of Counter. Does not matter if he's holding for that wide swing, and it's the 1v1 coming out on top for favor of Bleak.
This is why I don't believe it when the professionals say, you know, oh, you don't need aim, you just need good crosshair placement. It is moments like this where you need both.
I mean, reaction speeds could
Reaction
have been
speeds
one
as
as well. Aim, yes, but it's nothing to do with necessarily Gogs. Great positioning, great read onto it, but it was just the gunfight. Like when we're talking about Bleak versus Granny Knockers, there's a clear player diff. That's not just on experience, but also from the sort of caliber of player that we're talking about. And look at this. Waddle's going to be taken all the way into mid and not letting
Look
them
at
breathe
this
for a
aggression.
second.
Lower on health, but it doesn't matter. Pushes up so high. Gonna heal himself just a little bit there. Crab pushed up. Will they clear him? You can see your boy Lewis taking the fight there. Turret will spot them. Counter trying to back away, but back turn. That is another kill for your boy Lewis. But 3v2. Health not good on Crab here as well. This is looking positive.
Yeah, and after that pick over onto the B side, he's able to close that door on Lewis. Well, Gogs is trying to go for a little bit of a cheeky kill as that door is closing. But it is all for the B bomb site for Bleak in this situation. And given the information to Crab, Lewis is just going to go hunting. And, well, he's gotten his kill for the round. And he's gotten a round on the board. So everyone else was having this. Say you had a round from Lime, Jamie. We had multiple rounds from Waddle. Lewis just wants to make sure he has some say in this.
Absolutely. It's probably one of the things like, yeah, so if I ace, round's over, right? We win.
Yes,
Right,
yes.
that's all we need. And the number goes up. Yeah? Okay, got it. And look at him, 9 and 18. He's just consistently double ahead now. This is a brilliant game we're seeing here. We've talked about the skill. We've talked about the individual as well. It's good to see Granny Knockers have already got 2 on the board. Doing better than they did last game, sorry.
I think realistically when we're going to see rounds coming in from Granny Knockers, it is going to be on the defensive side, which is what we saw in the last game where they had they were able to string a few rounds together on their fast retakes. It was, I feel like the way they done it, they were able to coordinate a lot more for retakes rather than site XX, which sounds silly.
But it makes sense. Well, we can see the judge here.
Oh,
Not
no.
quite getting the damage and impact. Waddle certainly felt the force of it, but still alive and will pop that ultimate.
Yeah, going to be back up onto 100 HP as well after this ult runs out. So, lovely little bit of a heal up to him. Waddle and Jamie picking up one for themselves with a shotgun in market. Smoke dissipates and Jamie there ready and waiting for Crab. Back turned and then an easy flick onto counter then coming around the corner.
Last round.
Absolutely. Now, last round at the half. Do you believe in the 9-3 curse?
If these teams are more equal,
Equal, yeah.
like if you're talking about teams that you tend to see playing up against each other normally, like say you're taking 2 teams from the Polaris League or 2 teams from the Beacon Leagues that are similar ranking, yes, the 9-3 Qs can come into effect, but they have to win the pistol. And when we're talking about pistols for the side of Granny Knockers, they've won 0. They were able
It's
to
definitely not their strength, yes.
They were able to win the second round on Haven on their defense, but I think that was just based on how poorly Bleak played it. They overstretched with a Vandal, gave them a Vandal, and then it turned into a gun round.
Absolutely. But we can see Jamie here with the Blade Storm. Misses the knives. Does manage to get them back just on the last one there, but is hunting for more. There's not really many more to be found, though. Granny Knockers already down to 2 men. Gogs leaves just Jay alone. Will take 1 down and a second, but Waddle there to stop anything getting out of hand. Your boy Lewis throwing down the ult at the end. Why not?
I mean, you can't take it into the next half. May as well make some pretty colours on the map until then. Look at this. Can we just look and appreciate Waddle? 23 and 5 as your duelist, as your Phoenix on Ascent. Yes, it's one of the better maps for him in regards to the agent, but Waddle's definitely taking it a little bit above and beyond.
He's gone a little bit too far. I think...
Is there such thing as too far?
Excessive... I think this is bullying. I think we've crossed the line into bullying now. And it's just every round, you know, everywhere they look is Waddle. Or it's not, because the flashes coming through have been absolutely crispy as well. So everywhere they can't see is Waddle.
Exactly, right? If you can't see them, they can't hear me, right? Right?
Right? Maybe?
No, absolutely not. Waddle is going to shoot you whether you're blind, looking, back turns, trying to fight him head on, taking the aim duels or not. He is there and ready to take your name for the calling. Jamie's going to be pushing out of Cat, taking that turret off the board. No swing either from it, so it's just going to be free information for the side of Bleak.
Absolutely. A little bit slower this round. We haven't seen Bleak opting for something this slow in a while, but of course starting on the defense, wanting to keep it pretty simple for round 1. Jamie, couple of shots, not quite going to hit, going to dash out there, keep their life, knowing that that's more important than anything here. Your boy Lewis, unfortunately, taken down there in market. A little bit of a cheeky wallbang there. Waddle gearing up and ready to take back mid. Shots will come through, but everyone escaping with their life here.
Yeah, repeat from Jamie in that short position there. Yes, he's taking lots of damage, but it's going to be okay. But Lime in this backside now is going to be the anchor. He's going to be able to pick up one, and his teammates are like flooding in to help. Enough time is bought, and enough kills, enough trades. It's now a 2 versus 1.
left.
Spike in hand of Jay, but it's not planted.
It isn't. We can see the health here as well.
Yeah.
The health, you are ideally going for headshots, but even if you get a body shot, you miss a little bit. You know, there's no health. Couple of good shots here, but they need to get the spike down. And Jam is just too far pushed up here. The moment they go for the plant, taken down there. Can't say we didn't really see that one coming, but pistol round, you know.
Pistol round.
Pistol
Another
round.
round in favor of Bleak. They have won all 4 pistol rounds so far in this series. But when we did see the second half of Haven, when Granny and Knox were on the defensive side, they were able to convert the second round. So they were able to force up. And realistically, they had to, in the sense of that they were on 12 rounds. It was 12-1 at that point. But now
indeed.
they're not going to be forcing up. They're going to be playing for OT.
Again.
Playing for OT when you're 11-2 down is going to be a rough run. It's a long road to start, especially since Jamie's just going to be pushing with the judge.
Oh, gets one, does good damage. The updraft up as well. They don't expect it. Gets 2, but it's finally taken down here. Waddle, however, not quite expecting somebody up that close, able to deal with it so perfectly though. Karma collected, mid-air headshot there. Beautiful. And your boy Lewis just to close it up nicely there. That's a kill for the highlight reel.
I mean, out of the 26 kills he's got, is that really the most impressive?
I mean, there's the aces as well, but they're 5 kills.
He's got an ace. He's got like 2, 3,
At this
2,
point,
3,
you know,
4
it's cheapened, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
You know, the more you do it, the less impressive it is. It's like, yo, it's good.
Do you know what, guys? If you want casters to hype you up, make sure you're going like -10 and then come out with like a banger ace or a banger shot, and then you'll get so much hype.
Yeah, we'll be like, what? There's a kill.
Yeah, he's actually killed someone. No way. But no. Really lovely game from Waddle, really wanting to play this out. Maybe there is a late night showing of Barbie that he wants to go watch, but
Evidently so, because look, Jam has pushed up. Nice opening kill, unfortunately, traded back, and they have managed to get themselves onto site. Reinforcements already on the way, though.
yeah, and it is only 1 round that Bleak do need to win, so it's going to be a long upward climb, and Lewis is going to be pushing out this smoke. Jay not expecting it at all. Lewis doubling up and pushing it on to the next person. Counter needs to come up with 3 in this round. It is a post plant.
Knows where they are. Counter gets the first, though. However, 2 barrels pointed at his head. And unfortunately, plenty of time for the defuse. Beautiful kill there from your boy Lewis. Clean headshot to end the game, end the series, and send Bleak to the finals.
Yeah, and it is them. Well, we didn't really expect them to be here, but they are here, and they have shown why we didn't expect them to be here, and they've taken 2 games very, very fast, 13-4 and a 13-2.
Absolutely. Now, you said coming into this, you were very confident about this.
Yeah.
Was this as strong a performance as you were expecting to see, or were you maybe a little let down in areas?
No, strong as a performance I was expecting. It's realistically, it's okay. Like, I can't say I was expecting, oh yeah, it was going to be a 13-0 every map. They're not going to, like, slip up at all. They're still human. They're still going to, like, get some lovely shots from the side of Granny Knockers. Like, they're not bad players, but they are just outclassed, I think.
Absolutely. Now, that's about all we have for today. Of course, it's getting late. We should probably run and go catch that Barbie showing as well.
Yes, I need to watch it. I need to watch it.
So, quickly, before we go, tomorrow we have the grand finals, of course, Bleak versus Yari, here at 12 p.m. So don't miss that. That is going to be an absolute show for the ages. One last thing before we go.
Yeah.
Your wonderful pin. Tell me about it.
Okay, so there's a group that comes to LAN called the Bin Men. They normally do CSGO events. I played with them at the Insomnia, and they raise money for a charity called Young Minds. And they are handing out pins and stickers as well. They're doing forfeits on their streams. I think if they get to £2,000, someone's going to get their back shaved on stream.
Ooh.
Or
on
waxed.
stream?
I think it's waxed, actually. I think they are going to Tesco's tomorrow morning to get some like box wax, and they're going to wax Dwag's back on stream. And they're doing all the money goes to charity, all goes to Young Minds, helps with mental health issues, which is very prevalent, especially in the Valorant scene recently. And any money that you can give or any support that you can give retweeting, I'm sure they would appreciate. It's been Men CSGO on Twitter, I believe. And
you'll find them.
yeah, you'll find them. Like, even on the Epic Twitter, there's been loads of stuff going out. But good cause and good people doing it as well. They got loads of streams going up as well over the weekend.
Absolutely. Show matches, forfeits, anything. If you see them in
Yeah.
person, make sure to say hi to them. They're doing incredible
They
work.
yeah, you can tell what
They're
jerseys
so
they're in.
They are.
Yeah.
You can't miss them.
I think I have
You
one.
just really can't. Oh, we have a live demonstration here as well.
If you see someone in this jersey and you want to get a sticker,
just go up
yeah,
and speak to them.
They're really
Most
nice
of them are really
people.
nice. You know, they
Yes.
don't bite on the whole. But yes, absolutely brilliant cause. Make sure to go check out what they're doing. But that is all from us, of
Yep.
course. We have had a wonderful time with you guys today. Thank you very much for having us. I have been Affinity.
And I have been Winteria, and thank you so much again. We love you guys, and have a good night.
Hello, Overclockers, and welcome. Oh, screw this. Where's EPIC when you need him?